The dry season sun hung over the savannah, sharp and unforgiving. Not a single creature dared cross the open plains.
Except one, a young lion named Kaleo, known everywhere for his temper. He fought first, listened never, and ruled his patch of land with anger instead of wisdom.
But on this night, something unusual was coming. Kaleo heard the low rumble of voices drifting from the riverbank, voices that sounded calm, wise, almost enchanted.
The sound made his ears twitch. No one spoke like that in the wild, especially not during dry season when survival came before stories. Curious, Kaleo crept closer.
He found the elders gathered in a half-circle, lit faintly by the moon. The oldest among them, a giant elephant named Nuru, was speaking so quietly that every animal leaned in. Kaleo stayed hidden behind a rock. He hated appearing interested in anything that wasn't a fight, but something kept him there, listening.
A small gazelle asked the question on everyone's mind. What made this particular night special enough for such a gathering?
What makes this night different?
Nuru lifted his trunk to the sky and began the story of a king unlike any other, who came not with power.
Long ago, far from this savannah, a child was born. A king, but not the kind we know. He came not with claws or fangs, but with peace.
The animals exchanged puzzled looks. A king without strength seemed impossible. Kaleo whispered his scorn, but something kept him listening.
That makes no sense. A king without strength? What foolishness!
They called him the Prince of Peace. Even the stars moved to announce his coming, and those who heard his teachings learned a new kind of strength, the kind that changes hearts.
A gentle breeze passed. The savannah felt still, listening. Kaleo rolled his eyes but found himself unable to walk away. The idea unsettled him deeply.
Kaleo returned to his den, but the words followed him like shadows. A king loved for kindness, strength that changes hearts. The idea unsettled him profoundly.
The phrase echoed in his mind, strength that changes hearts. Words simple yet profound, refusing to let him rest.
Strength that changes hearts.
He could not outrun them, not in the silence.
He knew the truth. His anger ruled him more than he ruled anything else. No animal respected him. They simply stayed away. Deep down, that didn't feel like leadership. It felt like loneliness.
A few days later, Kaleo heard a frantic cry echoing across the plains. Someone in desperate trouble, crying out for help that might not come.
A young zebra was stuck between fallen branches near the watering hole. The mud beneath him was swallowing him fast, and his herd was too scared to help.
His herd was too scared to approach because Kaleo's territory line was just beside it. They thought he would attack them for crossing. Fear of his anger kept them from saving their own.
Kaleo stepped out of the tall grass. Every creature froze, certain the predator had come to kill, not save. This was the moment everything would change.
He stared at the terrified zebra. He remembered the story. The child who brought peace. The king who led with compassion. In that moment, everything hung in balance.
Kaleo took a slow breath. For the first time in his life, he chose gentleness over dominance, choosing who he would become, not who he'd always been.
He dug his paws into the mud and dragged the zebra out. Exhausting work, but strength used for saving, not harming.
When the zebra collapsed in exhaustion, Kaleo nudged him gently toward his herd. Go home. You're safe. A gesture of peace that shattered every expectation.
The entire savannah stared in disbelief. A lion had just saved prey instead of killing it. The impossible witnessed, transformation made visible to all.
That evening, animals gathered again near the riverbank. This time, Kaleo didn't hide. He stepped into the moonlight. Not fierce, not roaring, just present. Transformed.
Kaleo spoke quietly, acknowledging what he'd heard. The story that changed everything. The truth he could no longer deny.
I heard your story the other night. The one about the king who taught peace.
Nuru asked the teacher's question, not what was heard, but what was learned. What transformation occurred in the hearing.
And what did you learn, young one?
Kaleo looked at the creatures who used to fear him and spoke his truth. Real strength is choosing kindness when anger demands violence. Wisdom earned through transformation.
That strength isn't about forcing respect. Real strength is choosing kindness, even when your anger tells you to do otherwise.
The elders smiled. The savannah glowed a little warmer under the stars. A soul saved, a heart changed. The ancient story made new in one life.
Since that night, the animals said the wind around Kaleo felt different. He still had claws, teeth, and the power of a lion. But something deeper guided him now.
Some said it was the story of the newborn king. Others said it was the night Kaleo's own heart was finally born. Perhaps it was both, the story calling forth what was always meant to be.